So I use that build because the enemy team couldn't kite him. Last game, for example, let's say I go Conquer, okay? So there are 4 variations right now of Hecarim builds. Since I've been getting this question asked so much, right? We're going to go over it. So the one that I go in most of my games, right, is this one. So this is Phase Rush with Domination Secondary. And the build order with this one is you're going to go Phase Rush. So you're going to take this build setup, and then you're going to go Ionian Boot Rush into Chem Tank. And then afterwards, you're going to get Man Immune, and then Death Stance, and then you choose what you want to get after those items, right? Depending on enemy comp. And the reason why you go Domination Secondary is because you want your Man Immune by second item. So you're going to go this build path when you say, okay, the enemy team comp is one that can kite me. The jungle matchup is good for Phase Rush, and I also can probably snowball, because this is a snowball build. Then there's this setup, which is the Phase Rush and then Precision Secondary. So this is when the enemy team can still kite you, but they also have a lot of CC, and you actually need Tenacity. And you're willing to delay your Man Immune Power Spike by a bit, so you have Tenacity for the actual team fights, right? But the build order still remains the same. The only thing is if you're actually like super far ahead early game, you might not want to finish Man Immune as the second item, and instead you want to get Death Stance second, because your tier isn't fully stacked, right? So these are the 2 Phase Rush setups, and these are setups I do when the enemy jungle matchup is good for Phase Rush again. So imagine a matchup like Graves or Kindred, right? Or let's say even Nidalee, for example. People you want to run down, okay? And then there's this setup. So this setup is Conqueror Resolve Secondary setup. And it's a setup that you're going to do when there's nobody on the enemy team that can really kite you. And you genuinely, like, once you're in a fight, you are completely locked in and they can never get away from you, and they also have a lot of CC. So, like, a good example of a game that you would want to run this setup is, like, this game, right? Where you can see the enemies like Alawi, Zac, Silas, Kaisa, Alistar. These are people that can't kite you. These are people who you just want to, like, be able to fight once you're fighting, because there is no way you can maneuver around them due to all like the CC and the fact that they just stand there and fight, right? And then the build order with this one is you want to go Divine Sunder, then you're going to get your tier, you're going to get tier like your like defensive boots, right? Whether it be Ninja Tab or Merc Shots, and then you're going to go either Death Stance or Moth, finish your tier, then get the other, and then you just finish your build, right? And now the last build is this one. So it's Conquer with Sorcery Secondary. So it's the same kind of idea as like the last one. So it's like the enemy team can't really run from you, but it's also where, let's say they don't have much CC, and you just want more move speed through Celerity and Nimbus Cloak, so you can actually like run them down. So like the last game I played, for example, is a perfect example of that. Because the enemy team needs to hard commit, but they're still kind of slippery, and they're not like super heavy CC apart from like Leona, but I have a Morgana, right? So it's like this is a scenario where you say, okay, enemy ADC can't really kite me, and then the rest of them, once they're locked in, so I can go for like this setup. And essentially those are the like 4 potential Hecarim rune setups and builds, and with this one it's the same build path as like the last one too. So I hope that answers any questions you might have. This game I played on EU. What if I tell you guys, genuinely, my Divine Sunder this game did like 9,000 damage. That's when I realized how maybe Sunder is a good item. If you find Ingenious Hunter is bugged on Shin procs, it's not. Because Ingenious Hunter applies to passive item effects. It gives you item cooldown reduction, not active item cooldown reduction. Remember that. Why was my name Doobly Purple? Because the Switch had banned me. They banned me because they thought my name was Doaenel. Loki chat, that was a good fucking meal, do you know what I mean? Game on. Always, if you get a play like that, you get tier 1 boots no matter what. Not longsword, not fucking tier of the goddess, nothing. Boots, always. Okay, boots Arcana. How is Anna not her red yet, or her rappers? What? How the fuck does it take a Diana 240 to clear her blue side with a leash? I mean, I do have tier 1 boots, I forgot, so it makes sense I'd be clearing faster. Nice. Okay, what if I just said clear towards bot, Raptors will scrum, and then I could invade bot side if I want to. I like the idea a lot. Perfect. I got the kill too, so now we're just dragon. I feel like mid gang's really free here. There we go. Now I need a 1600 gold. I reset with Tabby Caulfields. Doaenel, maybe you should stop transferring because you're a D1 player and you're just inflating your MMR. Yo, you guys go back here. I want to do a red invade, but no, I don't think that's possible. So this. Oh, fuck me. Oh, wait! Come on. There we go. Yeah, I fucking entered my ult, but it's fine. Good. I coin flipped the right one. Oh, it's fine though. Just go straight scuttle. And then we can even try a topside invade if she's there. You might be asking why I'm instant resetting. It's because I have Sunder Spike. Sunder Spike is just way too important to sit on. If it was just like 700 gold, whatever, but 700 gold is Sunder. That's fine. Okay. I don't know how I'm falling down deep in the ground. Perfect. Shen has to be the most unbalanced champion of all time, bro. I swear to fucking god. Wait, isn't second to come now? Okay. I just wanted to control it just in case, but no, I was back in then, Roka. I mean, if Diana comes for me, no cancer, I win the fight. Because I have Sunder Spike. She has Nashers, actually. Be kind of flipped then. No, with my red smite, I'm okay. Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys noticed what I did there, but did you see how I instantly used my E-auto? So, I'm going to explain why I used E-auto instantly, and you're not going to believe me, but it's like, I'm going to be serious when I'm saying this. So, the reason I insta E-auto there, right, is because I see that my Sunder proc was used when I QW'd, okay? And then my Sunder came up, but my Q still had a half a second left before I could get another Sunder proc. So then I instantly used my E-auto attack, so I get an instant Sunder proc. And then I know that now with a fully stacked Q, I could Q again in time for a third Sunder proc. But it's like, if I explain that to you, you'd be like, nah, dude, bullshit. You just like used your E because you wanted to, like... You weren't actually thinking like that, but it's like I genuinely was. I'm not kidding. As a kid, they told me love was made up. I used to tell them they were wrong. The blue dark girl that made me wake up. Stay right by me in this song. I stood there counting every heartbeat, thinking about the words to say. Perfect. Not too shabby. Let's run out. He's dead. $21.50. How much? So I need 2 jungle camps. Oh, a side kill also works. Yeah. This also works. Keep going. Perfect. Now just go top with Herald. I was you happy? I kept telling you, all it took was 1 account. Like, I wasn't depressed. It's just I just seen that 1 account, you know what I mean? And now that I have that 1 account, it's like you know what I mean. It's like you know what I mean, but you don't actually know what I mean. It's like, okay, I'll give you guys an example. Imagine there's a guy, and it's like everything's going well in his life except the fact that he's failing all of his classes. And then he tells you, bro, if I could just pass 1 class, it would mean everything. And then it's like he starts passing one of his classes, and you see from one day to the next, it's like he goes from unhappy to just like always happy and smiling. And so you're like, dude, how can you change like that from one day to the next? But it's like, it's because all he needed was to pass that one class. Same with me and accounts. Yeah. I don't even have high hopes, but I'm scared they're gonna tilt and lose to the Master Yellow Hell and get tired into Marshall again. Don't worry about that. Well, I told you this game was 400 LP Masters, so it's like we're already out of the Masters Yellow Hell. 9 games in, we're out of it. It's like, do you know what I mean when I tell you that?